Okay, how's everybody? Sound check. Are we good? Give me a thumbs up if we're good.
Is it on? How come you're so much taller than me?
Because
He's in a bigger chair than I am.
I can switch chairs.
Is it working? It's working.
Oh my gosh.
So this is our first live.
We actually are incredibly nervous, and I don't even know.
Jason has all these floodlights on me, so I'm like, hey guys.
Yeah, okay, so so I'm a perfectionist, as you know. I already noticed if we touch the table.
It shakes.
Look what it does. Yeah, so here's where we have to look,
and
right
don't
here.
Touch the table.
Yeah, so we have to look right there, lover. Hold on, let me clean the lens, guys. Let me clean the lens. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that is better.
It is better.
Help? It didn't help the big shine on my face from the light.
Wow, so look at this. There's 42 people here. Hi, guys. Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Jenny's here.
Whoa.
All the way from the Philippines.
Oh,
hey,
my
Jenny.
gosh. Wow.
Consider the wonders. Oh.
There is some peeps here, man. So, okay, but we do have some things to cover.
Hi from Illinois. Hi from Missouri.
We will say hi to everybody. Guarantee it. Wait.
Chad Reynolds, is he on here?
I don't know.
This is going so fast, I don't even know how to do this. How do we...
Well, first things first. Like, let's stay...
Don't be nervous.
Is this the Notebook?
Guys are great.
Don't be... We're nervous. We're definitely nervous.
Too late.
Yeah.
See, because here's the thing. While we have our not so perfect life and we really give you the very realist of every situation, this is still like a whole nother level, because we can't go say, oh shoot, I shouldn't have said that, Jason.
I can't do
Don't put that.
I can't build that sweet riser with a and then a drop to an edit, so I can't do that right here.
Hi from Ohio. Hey from Arizona.
Oh wow, guys.
Florida.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. I really hope
Eliana MOB, home on the hitch. What's up, Eliana MOB?
Hi, Jason and Dellynn. Ann and Jim, those who glammed together.
Dang. Wow, guys. You
just have to take a breath. It's all good. We're good. I hope these comments are saved so we can say, like, go back and read them because they're coming in so fast.
Yeah, we will.
Arizona.
We'll be able to. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment at the end of all of this to read.
Nora.
Lover.
Oh, sorry.
What we'll do is we'll definitely go through. We actually have some questions we want to ask you tonight, so make sure you stick around for that, because we're going to be kind of peppering you guys with some questions throughout the whole night tonight, because there are some things that we want to discuss with you and get your feedback. And we figured, why not get feedback from the people that are dedicating the time to actually come to a live, to sit in this with us, and actually help shape some of the decisions that we might make in the very near future.
Oh, yeah.
So we have those things to cover. We have meetup stuff that we want to talk about later on. And
yes, we've been encouraged and inspired to do our first meetup. So we're going to talk about those details.
Yep. We're also going to touch on some merch stuff, because believe it or not, we didn't think we were ever going to be in a place where we would sell merch. But we've had so many people ask us about hats or a t-shirt or a hoodie or our stickers. Like, are we going to do other sticker designs? And we want to touch on kind of some of those things as well. So I think that's going to be really cool to stick around for. And you guys, like, we have questions. Like, guys, we have some questions.
Well, we asked, for those of you who are on our Facebook or our Instagram, and on the community tab, for those who have subscribed on YouTube, we asked if you have any questions for us. We'd like to be able to address them right here. So if you haven't, go to our Facebook, like and follow, and find us on Instagram. And if you're not subscribed already, go to subscribe on YouTube. That way you'll be in the community tab and you can find out about this stuff that we're asking you.
Yes, 100%. So, wow, I see someone from Nova Scotia. Fly the flag, man. Canada, fly the flag. Yes.
Meet up, happy dance. Kara, yes, this is our very first live ever. So wish us luck.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. So look at the RVI couple. Trespassers, get out of our campground. We may have hijacked a space here at Thunder Canyon, but we'll talk about that later too, because
we heard they had some great Wi-Fi. So.
Yeah, so we just rolled up and squatted. All right, so first things first.
Aww, hi Everest. Hi Abby. I know your mom told me that you're on here watching, so I just want to say hi Abby. I sure miss you.
Okay, so let's get to notes. Let's actually hi from
Bucks.
Really, Ron? Really, we're doing this now? Is this how we're starting already, Ron? I see the Go Bucks. Good grief. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Caleb, our son. Hey, what's up, buddy? Eliana, what's up, girl?
I know our kids knew that I would be especially nervous about this because, believe it or not, the camera makes me a little bit nervous, and it's something I've had to really get used to.
Yes.
So the kids all knew that I would be really nervous, and they were calling saying, "Good luck, you got this."
Yeah. So let's talk real quickly about our not so perfect life. Okay, a lot of people have asked us or even said, wow, you guys have the perfect name for the channel. Like, you guys absolutely picked the perfect name. Things are always happening to you. And so let's talk to them a little bit about our not so perfect life and kind of the reason why, without diving too deep into it, the reason why we chose our channel name and the reason that we, what we want to do with our channel really moving forward, like big picture kind of stuff without taking too long to describe it. Let's talk about why we chose the name and where we want to go from here.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first. You work out the bugs. Okay, everybody.
I'm getting them. I'm calming down a little bit.
Can you work it out with us though?
There's so much love coming from you guys.
Who's going to do a little shoulder shimmy with me?
Our not so perfect life. So Jason and I have been together since the end of 2012. And we had both been married previously, and we knew that our lives would not be perfect together, but that they would be everything that we would decide to make them in spite of any circumstance.
Right.
So our not so perfect life came way before we ever did YouTube. And we got kind of exhausted and tired of people saying, oh, wow, you guys just have the perfect life.
Right.
All your kids love each other, and you guys really like each other.
That's true.
And you go travel the country, because we were a traveling family with all 5 of our kids before we ever had an RV. It was just a double tent, like a 2-room tent that all 7 of us slept in, and we traveled all across the country.
We would literally look like the Clampets, right? Just going down there like clanging pots and like just tents and straps and everything else, just sort of like bins falling off the side. Like, it was really a disaster.
It was our not so perfect life, but with a Honda Pilot and then bins all strapped up to the top and our kids shoved all inside of it.
Right.
So we had so many people say, oh, you guys just have such a perfect life. And we thought, no, life isn't perfect at all, but it's what we make it. And a lot of times on social media or YouTube or, the pop culture makes everything look so perfect. And we all know that that's just not reality. And so without starting a reality show, we just wanted to show the reality that life is not perfect, but you can make your everyday life beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from.
Exactly. So life isn't perfect. Social media can completely play a trick on you. And even in the RV, just the YouTube space, really, you can tailor the message any way you want. As an editor, we understand what that looks like behind the scenes when we're crafting our videos. We could actually make it look any way we want. We could stop, re-record, and do all kinds of stuff.
We don't do that.
We have chosen to not do that. We've chosen to just really share with you the best story we can. Now, in the story of what our life has kind of unfolded like on our channel, we basically want to utilize this platform to encourage and inspire and really like draw and pull the best out of people that we possibly can. And so we want to utilize this space of YouTube, right, and our channel, and a mix of other channels too. We don't want to be an island. Like, let us be perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Our Not So Perfect Life, yes, is our channel, and we want it to be as successful as we possibly can make it, because we believe that the larger our channel becomes, the broader of an audience that we can reach, the more people that we can encourage and inspire to just be like salt of the earth, just good people thinking about others. But we're not the only channel, and we don't want to be an island unto ourselves. We want to work with other channels, whether they're super giant or itty bitty. It doesn't matter, because we really believe in a community of people, both by those that watch us and participate and those that are also in the content creation side. So be ready for the future on that, because that's one thing that we definitely want to do and kind of just always think about. Real quick, if you're watching this live video, could you do me a favor and just go down to the thumbs up and just hit it as hard as you can? Because those are, when some people say, hey, how can we support you? How can we help you? There's a few things you can do. But number one is you could just literally go and hit like the thumbs up button, because those things YouTube recognizes and they say, oh, wow, people like this. And that's beneficial to us. That's one way that you could support us in a big, big way.
Yes.
So
it sounds gimmicky, and sometimes we have a hard time saying like, hey guys, hit the like button, because we don't want to seem cheesy. But truthfully, that it does help, because it's true. YouTube is a company, and they see, oh, people are liking this, so let's put this liked video out to others. So every time, if you like it, and if you want to just support us in the simplest of ways, just like it and even comment and say what's up and where you guys are from, and just say hi. So we're going to get to the questions that we prepped out. Not right yet, though. Not just yet. Don't get too excited. We are going to get to the questions that we asked you a few days ago on our community tab. And if you have a question, if you didn't get to the community tab, I want to encourage you to ask us questions here in that little feed that's happening over there. And when you do put a question, because I'm going to go and I'm going to scroll through these before we go to these questions. And if you have a question, put it in all caps so it stands out, right? So that way I can see the whole thing. And if you even want to just type the word question in all caps and then put it in caps. I'll write it down if I can see it go by. So, but we do have some questions already. We kind of segmented them into travel, and then like family, more personal questions, things about the rig specifically, and like RVs, and then relationship questions. Ooh. Should I get the dog shock collar for that? Should I wear a dog shock collar, and if I answer it wrong, you can just kind of buzz me like. But we're not just going to answer questions here too, though. Don't forget to stick around, because we are going to talk about a meetup and a few other things. Yes. So actually, I wanted to, before we get to the questions, I wanted to talk a little bit. We're gonna touch on this a couple of times today, but one of them is a goal, okay? One of them is a growth goal. And so while we talk about expanding our tent and we talk about kind of reaching other creators and reaching other people, we definitely want to grow the channel. And so we're doing this in the live because we feel like it's the most intimate way to kind of talk to you back and forth, right? And so instead of trying to put it in a video and, like she said, feeling cheesy, right? Or feeling like we're, I don't know, like trying to sell you something, trying to get you to do something in just the benefit for us, we wanted to talk about it in the live. We want to reach 10,000. We are so close. We actually want to reach beyond 10,000, okay? But we're talking about reaching that particular milestone in subscribership in our own house with us personally, because we put a lot of work and effort into our videos and our channel.
And so we want to grow it. And so here's one way that you could help us. If our videos have touched you in any way, shape, or form, whether it's laughing, encouraging, if we've made you cry, yes, thank you, fist bump to you, because we're reaching you in a really like awesome, emotional, and intimate way, which is great.
We believe that every one of our videos should be an immersive experience for you. So if you ever feel that, it's because that's what we hope and pray for every time. We just want you to be immersed into an experience, and so that it's for you and not just us saying like, hey, we're here and we're doing this,
So how could you help us? Here's what we were going to ask of y'all. Would you consider the wonders of, that's funny. You like that? Did you like that? Consider the wonder of if everyone all in one day, all at the same time, and maybe you could put this in the thread that we're reading below or aside of us. If we picked a day over the next week, whether it was like this Sunday or the next time we drop a video, where's the dog Ragu? She's locked up right now. That
sounds so terrible.
Well, she's in
her little house. We have a little house for her. She would be running all over in here and up on our lap, and she'd probably jump up on the computer just to say hi to everybody.
We like to call it her plastic box. She's in the plastic box. So, anyways, all right.
It's bigger than a plastic box. So just saying.
What we want to do is take a specific day, right, and literally on that day, please help us by, if you have been touched by any one of our videos, share that video. And I would ask everyone to do it on the same day so that it just is a flood, right? All at once, not like a drip trickle, but literally like this flood where all of a sudden brand new subscribers, brand new people who are new to our channel, or if they haven't subscribed, they would choose to subscribe on this day. And I would...
Yeah, but you're talking like planning ahead here. You're going to have to plan ahead for this.
So
you can't just say it right now.
I would say, let's do it, because we're going to drop a video on a different day. Okay, so if you're paying attention, it's going to be November 28th. It's going to be a Sunday, right? Let's take that November 28th Sunday day and really help to just push towards that 10,000. That would be what I would ask of you. And I hope this doesn't like...
Let's start the questions.
It just feels weird, guys, but it's honestly like it would be so helpful.
Really, I mean,
she's
it's
blushing.
Humbling. I am. But it's humbling that we are already almost embarking on 10,000 followers. That we're even here, because truthfully, we started our YouTube channel before we ever decided to buy an RV. And we just wanted to encourage other people to make the most of their lives with wherever they were, with what you got. And if you've ever gone back to look at some of our beginning videos, you'll see that. We didn't really know what we were doing. We just wanted to encourage people. So we thought, well, let's just use the gifts we have to do that. So anyways, and a question that just came up, because I really do think we should get into some of these questions, is, were you nervous to start a YouTube channel?
Oh, okay.
And that question, to give you the answer, is 100% yes. He wanted to start a YouTube channel way earlier than we actually did. And I was too nervous about it, and I didn't want to like expose our whole life to people. And then God kind of checked my heart and said, well, why don't you utilize the experiences that you guys have gone through and are going through to help reach other people's lives? And that hooked me, and I realized that that's way more important than my nervousness of being live in front of people,
Right.
So yes, absolutely, we were nervous to start a YouTube channel, but we knew that it was so much bigger than just starting a YouTube channel, and that we really just wanted to use this platform
Yeah.
To the best of our ability.
Yeah. So to answer that question for myself is I was absolutely like crawling out of my skin to start a YouTube channel. I just had to I felt like I had so much pent up creation, and being a photographer for pro sports, I remember sitting and just kind of, I don't know, I guess it was like I was feeling sorry for myself or whatever. Like it was like a sucky time. And I remember like talking to Dellynn and saying, no one is being changed by my photographs. Like there is like the style of photography I am taking, and Vince and what I was doing for sports teams wasn't impacting people's lives. And it was like, it was driving me.
Painstaking to even watch, because I knew he was right. He said, Dellynn, I'm spending hours at a computer editing a sports photograph, and it's not going to change anyone's life. So
I was ready. I was ready to do that. So let's pepper some questions though. Okay, we're going to go through these rapid fire. You guys have asked heaps of questions, and we're going to fire through them so we're not here for like the next 2.5 hours. So it's going to be like, what we're going to do is we're going to play like Name That Tune, but I can answer this question in like 2 sentences, okay? So let's try to fire it through, because there literally are a lot of questions, guys, and you guys spent the time asking us. And so we want to bring honor to you by actually answering the questions.
And since I did see from somebody, because if you see my eyes over here and then me picking up my phone to write down something, that's because I'm trying to write down your questions. But if I did see that we can go back and look at these comments. So if we miss one this week, don't feel bad to send us a message, and we'll take notes for the next live that we do, because we're probably going to do more of these. Maybe once a month or something. So, but anyways, so hello to everybody, and thank you so much for being here with us. So.
Yes, if you're just joining us, please hit the thumbs up. It's a huge thing for us. That's a big support. So just, and then don't unhit it, and then hit the thumb. Please don't hit the thumbs down.
So I didn't make these in any particular order, but these first questions are all about travel.
So travel related. So I can answer these questions in like less than 3 sentences. Can you do it?
I don't know, because I have to look at the question.
I'm holding
Do we have difficulties finding spots and reservations? So there have been other videos and other people that ask this question. I would say on a whole, no.
Right.
But that's because of how flexible that we are. And we use sites like Campendium and freecampsites.net. We're Harvest Host members.
Yeah.
We are Good Sam's members. So between everything, if there's a place that we can't find an RV spot, we'll find a free campsite somewhere close. We'll find a Walmart if we have to, or a Cracker Barrel, or somewhere that we know, a rest stop or something. But for the most part, no, if a place is full, we'll just keep driving, or we'll find an alternative spot to stop until we get to our goal.
But the way we travel allows us to not run into. Do you need to run and get a drink of water?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. The way we travel, though, guys, is we're not destination oriented in such a way that if we have to drive a little bit to a destination that we want to get to, we're okay with that. And because we are full-time RVers, we can take the time that we need to have an open space. Yeah. Okay, so we have to do quicker than that.
Yeah.
How long do we stay in one place? That depends. We have found that over the last 1.5 years, it is better for us.
Pick it up or it shakes it.
Oh.
Yeah, it shakes it. So just leave
Sorry,
it
guys.
right there.
How long do we stay in one place? We used to travel like every 3-4 days. We found that to be way too fast. Over the last 1.5 years, we have found that if we can actually bank up in a spot, post up for like 4 weeks, we're going, ha ha, look, oh my gosh, water, yay!
Maybe I did need a water.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, John. So that was, so we had a little guest surprise from the RV Odd Couple. Thank you, John and Mercedes.
How long do we stay in one place? Like he said, we'll touch on that in a minute when somebody asks us a more detailed question about our relationship, because when we first started RVing, we were so excited and we were moving every couple of days.
Yeah.
And that put so much strain on our relationship and the planning that we definitely have taken this next segment of life, and we stay between 2 to 4 weeks or in an area. That doesn't mean that we stay at one RV park, but
Right.
we stay in that area for
Yeah.
that long.
Are you worried about traveling with shortages? No, not worried about it at all.
Because honestly, before the shortages, you still might wait for a part. You still could be stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we're not worried about it.
Just the way it is.
Yeah. What if you get stuck somewhere waiting on parts? We haven't encountered that yet, and if we did, we
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah,
remember.
our slide.
Our slide was broke for like 3 months last year.
We already know how to do all that, guys. Don't worry about it. We're good.
And the generator wasn't working.
Yeah, we're fine.
So we've had to wait on parts before,
Yeah.
and I think it's just a part of life.
So no, we're not worried. What drives your travel decisions? That's a good question. Family, friends, and bucket list items, I would have to say.
We had all of us, all four of us, which by the way, Kian and Silas, because we're a blended family, and there's a question about that we'll get to, they are with their dad right now, so that's why they aren't here. Otherwise, they would pop in and say hi. But we had all four of us write a bucket list of places we wanted to visit in the country. And so our travel has been largely based off of all those bucket list items.
Yep. All right, hold on.
What do you get?
Okay, so how do you pick your destinations and adventures? I think we just answered that. How far in advance do you plan? Are you ready for this one, guys?
This makes some people really nervous.
Yeah. This actually like literally legitimately freaks other RVers out. We don't plan most generally more than a few weeks out at best, and that's really, sometimes we've literally said, okay, we're done camping here. Where exactly are we going to go?
Now, that's not to say, though, that we don't know. So this is kind of two-part, though. We don't plan in advance as far as, like, we're going to be at this RV park all these different dates, but we know what area we're going to be in. Like, I can tell you what area we're going to be in March of 2022 because we know the general area that we're going to be in. But as far as if you were to ask us what our travel plans are for next summer, we don't know. It's just a few months in advance that we know what area of the country we want to be in, and then that's when we go.
Yep.
Next question.
How did we decide to go full time? Well, real quick, this is kind of a bigger story, so I'm going to condense it as fast as I can. So I'm going to literally ram this one right at you. We've always been a traveling family. We joked with the kids that we would one day live in a van down by the river. COVID was a straw that broke the camel's back, and the kids were like, why don't we just go on adventures? We could travel now. We were going to sell the house anyways. We were up and out. That was literally, like, that's the fastest story I could push at you.
They're really, I mean, we've thought about doing a whole entire episode on this because we do get asked this a lot, but we just didn't know if people would be interested in that. But we've thought about doing an episode on why we started doing this. We do have a whole season 1 where you can go back and kind of binge watch that if you're new to the channel or you maybe started somewhere in and you haven't gone back to watch, because we kind of share our story as it started. Because like we said, we didn't plan on doing an RV YouTube channel. It just happened that way. Right. So I think we answered that question. So, but to answer it like in a nutshell, we decided because we both lost our jobs with COVID, and it just pushed us into it.
Which kind of leads into the next question. Did we both want to, and how did the kids react to it? Yes, we would not be doing this if we were not both in it to win it. I mean, this is something that we both wanted to do.
No way.
And the kids were a part of the decision-making process.
Yeah.
So,
and what I would say, if you're considering doing this, definitely both be on board. It won't necessarily mean it's like the right timing, because we don't really necessarily believe that you can perfectly plan for something. You pray for it and then just kind of go towards it. But I would say definitely be on board with your partner with more than anything else, because you face a lot of different experiences that if you're not on the same page with at least wanting to be there, that would be really tough. I couldn't even imagine it.
No way. Okay. With energy going up, how will you offset the price? Well, so that comes back to an earlier question, which is how often do we travel? Well, because we stay in one location for a longer period of time, it allows us to not consume as much diesel fuel. And because we have a solar setup, we're not necessarily required to be plugged in so long as we're in an ambient temperature where it's not too hot or cold, because we would then require, running a generator for any heat that we would need. But because we have solar, we can actually stay posted up, for quite some time. So we're not worried about that too much.
We did that on purpose because we wanted to, when we first started with George, it was kind of a hot mess. And we knew we need the flexibility to just be able to be somewhere just in case. So, but to answer that question, we will be staying in places longer periods of time, but that's also in part because we decided that works way better and it's a lot less stressful for us.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so
who freaks out the most?
Who freaks out?
That's a good question.
That depends about what. That's a twofold question. Okay, what app do we use for trip stays and routes? She is a research junkie. Gosh, I don't even know. I don't even want to go into this question and answer it.
I'll answer it very simple.
Because I don't want to.
I'll answer it really simple. What app do we use for trip stays and routes? Okay, so for routes, I used to get a little bit stressed out because I wanted to make sure we weren't going to come into some low clearance place or tunnels that we wouldn't fit. When we were in Wyoming and near Yellowstone, I knew that some of the routes we were going to take had tunnels. No, I'm making notes right there. So recently, Bessie the Bus just let us know RV Trip Wizard, and it's through the app RV Life. It is a fee, but after a year and a half of being on the road, I can tell you right now, I think it's like $49 a year, and it's worth every penny. He sat down and showed me exactly how the app works, and you can drag and drop your route, and you put in your rig, weight, height, everything that all the parameters, and it'll show you a safe route to take. So, or it'll tell you if you can't take that route. So RV Trip Wizard, I would absolutely say would be worth every penny. After he just showed me that last weekend, I said, okay, I know exactly what we're doing, because I was always Google searching, can you drive Route 75 through Georgia, whatever. I'm just throwing something out there, but I would always research it on Google, and it would take me hours to find safe routes. And so that's what I would say for that.
Okay, so let's stop with the questions and move on to the next thing. So, and we'll come back to questions. We're going to bounce back and forth. Okay.
Okay.
So, yes, Raghu, I am wearing pants. Wow, I don't even understand why you just asked me that question. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You guys are nuts.
Wow. So if you're just joining us, hit the thumbs up.
Front part
yeah, no, definitely. I'm trying to change the subject, so just hit thumbs up.
Okay.
Wow, I'm so distracted by that question.
You were saying we're going to put the questions on hold. I'm probably 50 shades. I'm probably as close as his shirt right now, red.
Somebody should literally moderate, and like Raghu should have like a bad check mark. Like you have a check mark on the board, Raghu.
Okay, come on.
Wow, I'm so literally distracted.
What are we doing right now?
So
we're gonna switch it up.
Yeah, who doesn't sing that? Come on, guys. Like we love Todd and Sheila. In fact, let's just answer one question. Todd, I'm assuming Todd asked this. He said, "Are we Todd or Sheila? Are we Team Todd or Team Sheila?"
Yeah, he wants to know, are we Team Todd or Team Sheila? No. We do not separate here. We're going to announce this right here for everybody.
Just get a little closer. Get a little
ready
closer.
For this?
We are Team Shad. Team Shad.
That's what we are. We're Team Shad. You're both fantastic, and you
Yeah.
can't have one without the other.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe you guys have favorites, Team Dellynn or Jason, but I wouldn't even want to ask.
I don't know. I don't want to ask
That's not fair. That's not fair.
No, yeah.
We're not going to go there.
I will ask hashtag never coffee. Like my buddy Vince, that's it, man. We're hashtag never tea. That's it. Like you got some hashtag never coffee, folks, but Vince, buddy.
I like coffee and tea.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
So let's talk about this real quick, though. Let's stop the questions and talk about one thing that we are really considering, and that is starting a merch line of some sorts. And what we're going to do is actually, we're going to start with some stickers. Now,
since we love Dutch Bros so much, we're going to kind of follow their example.
This is our current sticker, right? This is going to be the OG. This is like, it'll always probably be available. But what we're going to do is, like, that one's going to be like the staple sticker, right? And I think, actually, you know what? Hold on real quick. I got to get this out.
I don't know what he's doing right now. How about I read some comment? Team Lover. Oh, Jennifer, that's adorable. Team Lover. I like that. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing right now, but it's shaky.
Okay, everyone. I need everyone to just write hashtag Team Shad in the messages right over there. Just start pounding hashtag Team Shad, and we'll just appreciate that for a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to do some stickers, and how we're going to do it is we're going to design stickers, and we're going to have one for the top of the year, right, at January, and then we'll probably do one like every
seasonal, just kind of a seasonal news sticker that we'll put out. So that's like the baseline, and it'll be different each time. But here, okay, I'm going to take it right here because I want to know from you guys.
I love you guys so much.
I want to know from you guys let us know. You're the one that would be wearing some merch. Do you have something that stands out, or a tagline, or a something that you
something
think
that
of?
We say, like when you hear us, like when we say make everyday life beautiful. I love this. You guys are so incredible. But the things that stand out, right? Like maybe there's things that we say or do or act on. Like I know we want to do a hashtag. I do. I want a hashtag never tea t-shirt. Hashtag never tea.
Which means that we'll have to have something about hashtag coffee and tea for all those that aren't just haters. They're lovers of both, because
right.
I know that you're out there. We read your comments. So anyways, merch, never coffee, never tea.
Yeah.
So hey lover, oh, that's fun.
Hey lover, we do say that, I guess, a lot.
Yeah, but to just have something fun on a shirt would be cool. Stickers for the dog. Lily is adorable. I mean, we've told our kids, you guys should start an Instagram for Lily because she's so crazy and so cute that they'd probably do great with it.
RVI couple says, are you wearing pants? Like, quote. Oh, man. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, but we are going to be starting with stickers for sure. We're going to have to team up with somebody that is good at design and different things, and we could always use Fiverr or whatever, but we really want to support local artistry, and we want to be able to support like someone that would be just like a local artisan.
A good feel. It's got to have just a good feel to everything that's created.
Yeah, so if you know somebody in sticker design, we would like to be put in contact with them. You can reach us via our email, which is in our About section.
Our not so perfect life. I like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's something we got to talk about too. Okay, so we are going to work on merch. That's something we've been thinking about.
I don't think I made it clear yet, though, about the stickers. Yeah, sorry. The stickers are going to be limited runs. So when we order like the top of the year and then the mid-year and then like whatever it is every quarter, there will literally be a limited run. And once those are sold out, they'll never be like, we'll never make them available again. So we're doing that on purpose because we just feel like we don't want boxes and boxes of stickers lying around.
Yeah. But beyond stickers,
Dutch life.
We're gonna do more we're gonna probably have this in the community tab and ask you guys some more in-depth questions because it's for you. So we would want to know what you want. Do you want hoodies? Do you want t-shirts? Do you want hats? Do you want like bags? Do you because for us to just make stuff that just to have it, we don't have room in our RV, first of all, because we're always trying to make sure we're underweight. So we don't want to order a bunch of things that nobody's going to want. So let us know in the comments, email us, all that good stuff.
All right, so let's get back to the questions. Let's go to some questions. We still have some more stuff to talk about. We still have meetups to talk about that we're going to be.
A lily hair.
Wow, I literally grabbed it out of the air.
And we have 20 minutes left for the time.
Yes, we're going to, we only want to do it for an hour because we honor your time. And so we don't want to just be blabbing. So unless you're unless literally that feed over there says, please stay, please stay, please stay. If you're still,
sweatpants? How about some sweatpants with like our not so perfect life down it? That could be fun. I make stickers, t-shirts, Vince, hats, coffee cups, everything.
Bro,
what?
Vince.
Coffee cups. Yes, Larry, we do for this guy right here, and for the occasional morning coffee.
Larry, Larry at Work Less, Enjoy Life More, man. He's a fun guy, fun guy. Okay, so Rig, have you purchased a TPMS yet? Okay, real quick, behind the scenes, let me just pull back the curtain.
Hang on. So we're moving into. I feel like we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
I know.
Deep breath. So we're moving the questions to rig-specific questions. Have you purchased the TPMS? For those of you who don't know, we had lots of blowouts and we realized we needed one. And so, yes, we have purchased one. And we are going to do a video about it because we're going to show you as we learn, which is basically what we do in all of our videos. You're learning with us as we're going through this journey. So we actually haven't put them on yet because we want to do it with you so you can see how to do it. And are we going to tell them what it is? I think you should.
Well,
yes, I think you should tell them.
Brand?
Yeah.
So we actually got a lot of feedback from every single one of not every single, a lot of you guys gave us suggestions on all kinds of tire pressure monitoring systems. We did settle on the Tire Minder brand. Yeah. And there was a few reasons why. And I don't want to go into all that right now.
We'll save that for a video that will be coming up soon.
But yes,
because we got to put that on everything.
Yes, I really appreciate you asking about our tires because honestly, it's safety and that's important. So.
And while he's looking up the next one, it has to do with family, so there was. I'll wait.
Any suggestion on low clearance tunnels and bridges? Let me give you this really important piece of information. Are you ready? Shh. Come a little closer. Come a little bit closer. Okay. Any bridge in the United States, if it does not have a sign, is going to be 14 feet.
That's what we were told.
Yep.
That if it doesn't have a sign, it has to be 14 feet. That's what we were told.
It's apparently it's a law. So rest assured, unless somebody has vandalized a bridge, now you should always go slow though, okay? And always be using a trip wizard or some sort of bridge monitoring thing that's going to see your trip and let you know where those are, or just research low clearance bridges on the highway that you're on and you'll know.
I remember once upon a time somebody told us there's a semi-truck, like trucker app or something that's out there that also gives you those bridge clearance things. Anyways, I wish I could remember it, but off the top of my head, and I'm thinking about it. So.
Okay. What is the length of our rig? Our rig alone is 38 feet. Our truck is somewhere around 22, I think it is. But then once you have the fifth wheel kind of nose up into the truck bed, overall, we're about 54 feet and some odd inches, 55 feet basically is what I tell people safely so that we have a little bit of wiggle room. So 55 feet truck and rig total.
And then this one I'll just answer real quick because somebody asked us, what is the best way to learn about, like, on a day-to-day things that you have to work on or fix up for a fifth wheel, what I would say is whatever kind of RV either you have or you're going to get, number one, call the manufacturer and find out how good is their customer service and how much information will they give you, because they'll give you a ton of information if they're great. And then the other thing is look up forums for your exact rig, because there's other YouTube videos on it, and then there's a lot of forums in that manufacturer, Facebook groups, all kinds of stuff that you can learn what other people have done.
Yeah. Lover, there's 150 some people watching. Guys, we are so grateful. We love you guys so much, and they're so happy that you're here. Okay, let's answer a couple more questions. Let's go real quick through these ones. Family.
Where did you get the nickname Lover?
We actually talked about this because I remember very distinctly where it came from. And we long distance dated, and Dellynn would text message me with the word lover addressing me. And I remember it so like crystal clear. And I said to her in return, wow, I just really love it when you say that to me. Like, I love that you call me lover. I just think it's adorable. It's very endearing. Like, it feels very intimate, and it's not like, hey baby, hey honey, and those things are okay.
No worries. Well, it's, if you say those things in your partnership, that's great. But for me, I've never been a fan of pet names. I don't like
Schnookums.
I don't.
Sweetie pie.
I mean, I just don't like them. And so for me, I knew what I needed and wanted in a relationship, and I wanted a lover. I didn't want just a friend, although that's wonderful and you need that too. I didn't want just like a business partner where we are two ships passing in the night and everybody's doing their jobs. I wanted a lover, and he is. And so that's why I call him Lover. And then he just started calling me Lover. And then before you know it, we never hardly say each other's names anymore. We just call each other.
No, and in fact,
Lover.
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 So honestly, it was really funny because Consider the Wonders actually sent a comment on our last video and said, wow, we knew it just got serious because you're literally using first names.
Consider the Wonders.
It was.
They said we knew it got real when you guys used first name basis.
Yeah, I was like,
that was for real. For those of you who watched that video, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Do you miss your family and friends? That answer is yes and no.
Right.
Because number one, we get to see family and friends, some of them way more than we ever did before, because we plan our trips to go see family members and friends that live in other states. But of course, the ones that we don't get to see all the time, yes, we miss, but we just make sure we don't ever go too long without seeing them.
Yeah.
So, and the next question is, will Dellynn ever play her music for us? Lonnie, if you are on here, that just like got me, because I'm a little bit nervous about that too. But I did do an album, and that is available online. And
I've wanted her to sing on our channel for a long time. I felt like she has such a gift, and she will never say this to you, but I will. And she's always like, don't say that, because then it sets the standard. Like, don't. She just has a beautiful voice. It's real sultry, smoky, kind of. Like, you would not believe what comes out of this little frame, and it's beautiful. So anyways, hopefully someday soon, I want to sprinkle it, just dazzle the channel with it.
Well, maybe some live, but that might be too much pressure. I don't know. But so she asked me if we'll ever get to hear it. Yes, the answer is yes, because I know at some point that we'll share that. The other question she said was, are you writing songs as you travel? Because my first album was all original songs that I wrote. And I wrote them all from poetry, but believe it or not, since we've been traveling, there are times when I'll get something in my head and I'll write it down really quick. But as far as my poetry journal, I have not done that. And thanks for the encouragement because
Right.
I need to do that.
All right, so let's pepper through some of these things though, because we're going to try to cut it in an hour. I did see a couple of you say please stay, but we're going to definitely try to like cut it at an hour because we definitely want to respect your time for being here with us. All right.
And then any suggestions on filling that creative void? So I actually have had that's been the hardest thing about traveling is I am a crafter, I am a creator, I'm a musician, and we don't have the space or the room or the weight space to have all the things that I did before I made jewelry and all this stuff. So that's been one of the toughest things. But at the Switch It Up huddle that we went to, there were some ladies there that had their crafts, and we sat there and worked on it together. And so I would say if you're set up somewhere at an RV park and you know you're going to be there for a few weeks, find some other people in the park or in that space that you're at that enjoy doing some of those same things, and just go, don't go crazy buying things, but everybody pitch in to buy a few things and craft and create while you're there, and then donate whatever materials you have left when that's over. So that's my one thought of how I could do that more often. Yeah. But anyways.
Okay, so
this is like family question.
Yeah.
With the blended family, Rebecca asked, and it was such a great question. I wish I could remember her exact question, but she basically said, wow, you guys are really brave. You're a blended family. How do you coordinate split times? That takes a lot of bravery. How do you do it? Basically is what she said. And you're 100% right. You're like waiting. I know him already. He's like, are you done? Are you done yet, Dellynn? I'm usually waiting for you. Blended families are a lot of work, and we love our blended family, and working with exes is not always the easiest thing.
I mean, you're not together for a reason, right? So
we try to be very delicate about that because this is not Jerry Springer, and we are not going to take it there. But we've had really high highs and really low lows of working with co-parents. What I would say about that is we just have tried to communicate what's most important for the kids and what's most important for the co-parent, and making sure that they get to see the kids and have as much access as they want, as well as extended family members. Right. So pretty much, I would say on a whole, about once a month, they are going back to see family.
Yeah. So and from my perspective, like one of the other questions is, what is the hardest part of raising a blended family? It is bringing everyone together, allowing everyone to be themselves while blending brothers and sister and family dynamics that aren't natural because they come from two different spaces and places, and blending them in naturally. So that has to take diligent on purpose. It's like such a big question.
We could do a whole nother video on tastefully talking about blending a family. Okay. It's for another time.
Let's stop with questions. Let's jump to something else, and then we'll come back to questions. And I want to finish up with the thread, because there's tons of people we want to say hi to. There's tons of people that are here that have asked questions in the thread, and I want to make sure we answer them. I saw something about starting a YouTube channel, but meetups. We want to have a meetup. We just came from the most killer, stellar, unbelievable, set the standard so high meetup. Like guys, you have to understand, when we think about meetups, you're talking about two people that used to organize events at a big scale. So it's like, when we thought about what would we do as a meetup, how would we handle a meetup? We want to handle a meetup to where it is more than just you seeing us. We want to create a community. Right. We just came from the Switch Huddle over in Tolona Ridge. We were honored to be there with them, and we were privileged, undoubtedly so, to meet some incredible people. We have made friends. We got to meet Todd and Sheila as well for the first time, face to face, like in the real, and just see people more than just like an hour in like a bar setting, which is fine. Those meetups work and they're cool, and we'll probably dabble in that too, just to see as many people as we can. But when we do meetups, we want to make them in such a way where they're memorable.
An experience, because just like we do our videos, we want it to be very intentional, and we want to create an experience. Not that we're going to go way outlandish, but I don't know. And we'll probably sprinkle it in with just some, hey, let's meet at a, Dutch Bros. Somebody said, when's there going to be a Dutch Bro meetup? Maybe we'll do a Dutch Bro meetup.
I want to know if somebody would do a paintball meetup. Do you want to
we have some creative ideas, but also, again, we want to ask you, what do you think might be fun? What do you think might be interesting to do?
Would you do a ropes course? Would you do paintball? Would you do something that's like a simplified hike, not something crazy, but something that everyone can enjoy?
We do want to do a few activities that would be, where if you want to come, great, you can come. And if you don't want to come, then we'll see you at the campfire or something, that there will be a little bit for everybody. So give us some ideas that you think would be a real fun experience to do. It might be just small meetups. To answer the question, though, we are 100% going to do a meetup in Arizona.
We are going to be doing a meetup.
The date is probably going to be
latter February, early March, probably somewhere in that neighborhood. We haven't quite decided, and we're going to do that on purpose because, there may be another special meetup, which actually I should have let you know this, but there's somebody we've been emailing back and forth and trying to coordinate with, maybe as we venture back and forth, which he's here. And we
don't want to spring it on you right here.
Right. I don't want to spring it on you, but I would just say.
We're just thinking about Texas, maybe.
Yeah, so just Texas, maybe.
Texas, maybe. Hi, quick. Hi, hey, how's it going?
Hi, hey.
So we will definitely do a few meetups in Arizona, in that area, to potentially Utah or Colorado, and we're thinking about Texas too. So stay tuned for those dates. We will definitely let you know on probably the next live, because we're going to be working feverishly to get something together. But we're definitely, probably the two top contenders are a Texas meetup, and that would be relatively soon, like probably within the next month.
That one might be like a
just hey guys, hi, how's it going? And then the one in Arizona, we're going to plan out a little bit more, because we'll be based there for a few months and be able to get it all scheduled to do that in March. So is there anything else that we wanted to make sure that we talked about?
Yes.
Here.
Yes, there is one thing I wanted to make sure we talked about here, and then we're going to wrap it up with the last few questions, and then we'll let you guys go. Over a lot of thought, we have given it thought, we've given it prayer, we've given it consideration in a lot of ways, because we felt like if we were going to do what we're about to tell you, we would want it to be meaningful. And we would want it to be something that is more than just like sales pitchy. But yes.
I got it now. It takes me a minute, but I always get there.
And so what that is the join button. And so we definitely want to be delicate with that, because we know how much work goes into the videos that we create, and it's an immense amount of work.
Yeah, and we're hustling. Like, we make no mistake. We are living off of our savings.
Right. We're not silver spoon babies. We're not trust fund babies. No. We don't come from money.
And thank God his sports jobs are just starting to trickle in a little slices here and there. But we have been, we were really humbled when several people asked us, do you guys have, like, how can we support you? How can we support you? And so we did some research. We talked to some other friends that are creators, and they let us know about the join feature, which I didn't even know anything about. I don't know if you knew about it or not from doing research, but we just took some time to research it. And that way it is not pressure that we're saying, hey guys, you want to support us, it's totally up to you. If you want to, it'll give you some fun perks of like some behind the scenes. Dellynn and Jason, like tonight when I was running, trying to find my notebook,
Oh my gosh.
5 minutes before the live
Literally
feed.
like nearly dry heaving in the corner because we were so nervous. But the truth is that we want to bring value, not just like, hey, you get to hang out with us more, but what could we offer you?
Yeah.
And so we have thought long and hard about the join button, and we're going to introduce it on our channel. We'll probably have a little bit of a video of it, or maybe another live. We'll talk about it. But we actually tried having it up and live for tonight. If it is there, I don't know if it's been approved or not. But we would also just have that as another feature to our channel, because honestly, guys, real quick, if you didn't know, Todd's probably going to laugh at me and like make some sort of comment in the thread, but literally spend about 25 to 30 hours editing each of our videos. And that doesn't even include the capture time and everything else after it goes into YouTube and setting that. We
are full in. Yeah. I mean, this is our jobs, and we're not complaining about it at all.
No.
Because it's an honor and a blessing to be able to do it. And the fact that it is changing people's lives and encouraging others as we're doing it makes it all worth it to us. So it's there, and we'll probably talk more about it at another time. If you feel so inclined, it's there, or if it's not there now, it will be there.
Yes.
Just check out. Oh, you can't do it from your phone though. I did notice that because I tried to help support another channel, and you can't do it on your phone. You have to do it from a desktop. So,
hey, Mark LeBlanc, Ontario, Canada. I played a hockey tournament in Guelph, just so you know. Do you know where Guelph is, buddy?
Aww. So I will answer a couple of questions. How do you find time for corporate worship? That is something that we've just tried to check into a local church wherever we are. We are totally guilty of going online and watching inspirational messages. Because we just do on a often basis, not even just Sunday. But that's something that we're trying to figure out as we're traveling. But usually we ask locals in the area that we're in, or we'll just go look online and try to find somewhere that we can go to. We don't always, but we definitely try to. But that's something that is, I bet, probably tough for a lot of RVers out there. So.
Okay.
Where do you get all that energy? That's a mystery. I call him the Energizer Bunny because he can just go 500 miles an hour, and I don't know how he does it. And I try to keep up with them.
Yeah, I do have a lot of energy. A lot of times I'll wake up very early in the morning, 5, 6, 5:30, 5, 6, whatever, somewhere around there. And just edit. It's the best time for me to get up in the morning. It's quiet, and I'll oftentimes stay up late editing too. Like I'll edit until 2 or 3 in the morning. Literally take a couple hour nap and then finish it up. So
I want to address this question because I think it's probably really important. And Corrine asked, she and her husband are just starting their new adventure in an RV, and she said, "How is your relationship? Has it changed?"
Yeah. I'd like to answer this too.
Are the hard times harder when you're in an RV? Because she said just getting into the RV and selling their home was so much. I'll answer real quick and then you can. I will say this, that it was a huge adjustment. And probably for like the first 4 months, it felt like we were constantly like walking with 2 left feet almost. We didn't really have our bearings.
Right.
And the tough times, like patience was worn thin, much more. We're both pretty easygoing. And for the most part are just like, it's fine, whatever, we're good, it'll work out. But those first few months, I would say, were the toughest.
There was actually a really humbling moment, and I'll share this. This is I actually can't even believe I'm going to share this because it's a little embarrassing. So I've always loved to travel. I love being kind of nomadic. I actually embrace change. We're creating a YouTube channel. We're on the road. We're basically doing everything that I've ever dreamed of doing. And we're sitting one night in Wyoming at the Palisades Reservoir. It's on the Wyoming-Idaho border. And I had been testy for just probably more than a few days, but just snippy and just kind of just gnarly, just not fun to be around. And we're sitting around a campfire. The boys went to bed. And Dellynn, in her sweet ways, instead of just like coming at me, she just said, "Hey man, like, what's your deal?" And
I think I said, where are you?
Yeah, where are you at? Like, what's getting to you? And I'm trying to figure out what's happening. We're basically doing everything that you've wanted to do.
That we've joked about doing, but seriously talked about doing, living in a van down by the river, and we're right here on the river. And
so that was like my cartoon, like, and because I was allowing so much of the stress of George, which, by the way, I saw that question, do we miss George? I mean, yes and no. I miss George for what George represented. George was like the beginning, the launch of this new life, but not particularly. But it was, yeah, Larry, manopause.
We all have our moments.
But it was weird because there was so much stress, and I wasn't manifesting that stress in the right way, right? It was manifesting itself in like frustration and stuff. But anyways, what has it done for our relationship? It's strengthened it. We actually really enjoy. You have to love being together because you're in close quarters. If not, then you have to be able to find a way to get separate space.
And at least have your own space, whether that's out on a bike or out in a Jeep trail, if you tow a Jeep, or a walk or fishing. Like, if you have your things, we've met lots of couples that aren't together all the time, even though they live in an RV. They do their things, and then they come together. So you make it work how you want to make it work. This experience is different for everyone.
Yes.
I mean, ours is different from anybody else's, I'm sure, because
100%.
It's all about how you work with your dynamics, and if you're working from the road or you're retired, or, so anyways.
So has anything changed? Yes, everything has changed. And I think we just described all of that. Are harder times harder? I think harder times will be harder if you choose to approach them in a way that causes them to be harder. It doesn't matter if you're in a house, a mansion, or a cardboard box. If you have difficult times and you approach them in a mindset that's going to make them more difficult, they will always be difficult. So being in an RV is kind of irrelevant.
But it will be amplified, I have to say, because you don't have as much space or time to be busy with everything else. Whereas, like, in a traditional setting, if you will, you may have a week that you're just going in all different directions and you don't really address it because maybe it wasn't right there in your face. And it definitely is amplified because you're there.
I want to challenge that thought, though. I don't know that it's amplified because it's in a smaller space. I think a larger space or whatever just gives the person the freedom to be like, I'm in the garage, or I'm going to go to the laundry room, or I'm going to go to the kitchen. And they just peace out. And they never really deal with the issue to begin with. So
could be.
I just think that's my 2 cents. Okay, so let's move. This journey.
Honey. Oh my gosh, I want to say hi to people.
Okay, so let's pause on the questions.
We gotta go.
We do. We gotta go.
1
hour and 8 minutes. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning, and wow. So I don't even know if we can.
The journey.
I want to.
Let's enjoy.
RV Odd Couple. Who needs Dutch Bros when you have Howard's?
That was good.
But do Dutch Bros? Gosh, there are so many people. There was a question. I think I don't remember who it was.
Dutch Bros.
I think it was. Hold on. There was a question about starting a YouTube channel. I think it was Cherish the Journey. Was that you that asked about starting a small 50 sub or less YouTube channel? If it was you, please say that was you, or whoever asked that question. Like, hit that in the comments there, because I want to see. I want to address you specifically. But here's what I would say to starting a YouTube channel. And I actually learned this from Todd and Sheila over at Switch It Up. And I wished I would have done this from the beginning. Gosh, I wish I would have done this from the beginning.
I'm sorry.
She's not laughing at me.
He's having a serious moment and I'm reading comments. I'm sorry.
Start a community that's separate from the YouTube channel space, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or, some other social media platform. And once you have literally amassed 50, 100, maybe 200 people, 500 people, whatever, all of your friends, right? Literally have them go to your videos. And the moment you drop a video, say this won't be for the rest of eternity, but this may be for the next couple of months, and I'm asking for your help. Please go to my video, hit the thumbs up button, please subscribe, please comment, and please watch the video until it is done. I don't even care if you set it on play and then set the phone down and walk away from it. Those things help me create my YouTube channel. You may not care about RVing, but please do those things. And that's to your core base that you've created in that social media platform outside of YouTube. Why am I telling you to do it outside of YouTube? For this reason. If you are spending your energy building videos, and we did this all organically, and let me tell you, I've worked 100 times harder than I've had to because I didn't do this format. That's one of those things. The other thing is there is a blueprint format that you should follow. 100% a blueprint format. The RV Odd Couple actually has a blueprint format that you should follow. We didn't find it until just a few months ago, and it absolutely changed how we put together our videos. So for those that are smaller channels or stagnant channels or whatever, like there's so much more depth to that question.
Right. Maybe you could do a video on that, because you did ask about content creation. That maybe you could just put a video together for that.
Yeah. And Larry, by the way, Larry at Work Less, Enjoy Life More, we watch your videos. First of all, you're extremely creative and you have what it takes. And
you're working it.
Yeah.
We can tell you're getting all those angles and stuff. Consider the Wonders too.
I love those guys.
My gosh, there's so many other great, cool channels. I'm like trying to go through all these comments to say, hey to everybody. I don't want to miss somebody.
Well, you're going to miss somebody, and then you're going to offend somebody.
I'm going to feel bad.
Just
so all of
everybody.
you content creators that are watching, we are here supporting you.
Yes.
We're watching.
Coke or Pepsi? Let me tell you. Pepsi, okay? It's Pepsi. I'll drink Coke if I have to because it's there, but it's Pepsi. In fact, at Tulona Ridge, I walked up to the guy who's the Coke driver, and he was fixing the little Coke, like vending machine thing. I don't know, something was wrong with it because it was Coke, I guess, or something. So it's like just inherently broken. And so I said, hey, buddy, there's something wrong with your Coke cabinet here. He's like, oh, yeah, what is it? I said, there's no Pepsi inside of it.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, because I'm over here in my own world reading comments, you guys are so hilarious. We love reading your comments. We laugh. We'll go through them and we're like, do you want to answer this one or do you want me to?
I know, right?
We'll laugh on it. Right now, Gaining Momentum said pet names are no good. Try calling your wife Lassie and see what happens.
I will.
Oh my God.
I will. Lassie! Oh my gosh.
You guys crack us up.
You're like, well, I said that to my wife, but the last thing I saw was a pan.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys are so great. Thank you guys so much for being here. Vince, Embrace the Experience, Mark Hart, Herd of Turtles Homestead, Luann, Harry. Oh gosh, you guys are so awesome.
We have been encouraged. We were absolutely terrified to do this. We were terrified to do this. And
I'm finally over it. John was right. He said you'll be able to breathe after about an hour. You'll just be getting warmed up. But we gotta go. It's almost an hour and 15 minutes, and you guys are still here with us.
I know.
So
I actually want to stay and
impressive.
hang out, but you know what? We have to go because we want to honor your time. But we would love it if you showed up. Two or three, maybe 5 more questions. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No.
We're long-winded. That might take a while.
I want a flag with your ONSPL logo on there.
Oh, that would be cute.
Tammy Macklin, that's a baller idea. That's baller shot caller. Shut the front door. That's a good one. Doggone it. Would you appreciate us doing lives, right? Or if we had once we have the join button feature, would you appreciate more privatized lives where we can answer some more in-depth questions and really get into things and unpackage things like editing, like building a YouTube channel, like family dynamics, like blended family? Like, would you want us to do more lives in the future? If you do, just pepper it with a yes right now. Just say yes or say no. And then,
no, thanks, guys. Just keep up with the content.
Please don't ever do a live again. This was no thank you.
Oh, I would encourage you, though, if you have some time, go back and watch through our season 1, because it does answer a lot of questions. And even if you don't watch it all, but just to
no, watch them all. Watch every one of them.
Well, it'll give you a real good full picture on how we got into this and what happened and how we sold everything and some of those emotions that we went through and stuff. But this is much more personalized for sure. And if you guys maybe just send us an email. You can go on our info, our about. You have to do it from a desktop. You can go to our about and find our email there. I'm so not technologically advanced, but
our email address is in our about section, and you have to see it on a laptop. And I can give it to you here right now. I can give you the right one for our emails.
But what I was going to say
write this down. So I'm actually gonna drop it right here in our comments. Hang on. What's up, Mad Nomads? Here, this would be the email address that I would want you to email us. What are we giving this out for?
To just give us suggestions on things that you would like for us to do some videos on. Do a live with some live music. Woo! Yeah, I'll get there.
I'm down for that, guys. You have no idea.
I'll get there.
All right, so wow, I'm literally giving out our email address right now.
Spam, okay. spam.
Okay.
All right,
so
we're gonna say goodnight. Thank you guys so much for being here. Ooh, that's a great
Connie,
round table.
Yes.
So I will tell you, we are working with some other YouTube channels, and we want to work with other YouTube channels to get some gatherings of the minds together. So we have that in the works. Thank you guys for being here. If you got to go, we totally understand. I think we're just putting some comments there.
Yeah, we're just answering.
Have a good night. Safe travels for all of you travelers. And the best to you guys who are considering doing this. If you have questions, please don't be afraid to ask us. Go find us on Facebook, Instagram. That's a much easier way for us to stay connected to you guys too. So.
Thanks, and just like Todd and Sheila say, be a doer of all things, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Good night, guys.
Peace.
If we can figure out how to end it. Good night. Thank you, guys. Cindy.